log for future workers. The date is January 10th, 2020. This log will explain some of the triggers recommended when making an AI. The boss, headmaster, wants my face and name to stay private, so I'm going to say that. Probably in post-production, my voice will even be disguised with a filter. Now, let's talk about triggers. Now, just like experiment number 1, a good trigger between switching the host's consciousness and AI consciousness is sneezing. Simply saying a word like mortality. Feel free to use different words or actions. You have a book on your desks that can help you program specific things in. However, if you want more advanced triggers, perhaps using something similar to experiment number 4. When the host feels a certain emotions like joy, fear, the chemicals in the brain implant added to the patient will cause the switch to the AI. However, make sure the AI is a trigger to switch back. We don't want a repetition of experiment number 4. Experiment number 4 happened because when your trigger caused the AI to kick in, it seemed to work at first. However, the same trigger used for the AI, we implemented that into the AI. When we forced it to feel afraid, for some reason it didn't switch back to the patient's body. This causes the host consciousness to be permanently suppressed inside their own head. This incident caused people to question who didn't double check or put in the wrong values in. Unfortunately, staff were forced to get rid of this. Apart from this, we made some major advancements recently. We just had a very exact way to monitor brainwaves in your sleep. We can finally use sleep as a trigger. Here's an example. You go to bed, wake up, the consciousness switch. The AI goes to bed, sleeps, switches back to the patient. Fortunately, we don't have a new subject to test it on yet. However, I believe it's been suspended finding a new one, also because we're actually trying to get some of the staff to the brand new Colorado location. Till next time, hello and goodbye from the Human Study Research. Next time, we'll hear my voice as we find a new subject and implemented the AI. Just a reminder, the date is 1/10/2020.